want to thank everyone for being here this afternoon, attending today's National Preparedness Month congressional briefing. Specifically for, I said I'm her elder, but I'm really, I try to be like her big sister. But despite that, there's so much that she, as the younger sister, does that is phenomenal, as younger sisters often do, and kind of keep you in awe as the older sister. Her representation of the people of Puerto Rico is phenomenal, and I'm happy to work with her. Just want you all to know that there is bipartisan work being done here in Congress. I want to thank the Red Cross for what you have done, and the team, Christina Thomas, your team, who's worked diligently with my office, and I know with Jennifer's office, to bring such a timely subject to the forefront. We are in the middle of hurricane season as we speak. There are 3 depressions making their way across the Atlantic right now. People in the Virgin Islands, of course, are concerned because of the compromised state that their homes are already in. But I want to thank the Red Cross. We had Dorian just a month ago, and I was home and made it a point of going to the shelters and saw that the Red Cross was out in force, doing what they do each and every time. One of my staff members are part of that team there, that volunteer team, and it's a phenomenal work and gives people great comfort to know that the Red Cross is running that. Exactly 2 years ago this week, the Virgin Islands was hit by the first of 2 Category 5 hurricanes, Hurricane Irma. And as my colleague, Ms. Gonzalez-Colon, said, Hurricane Maria hit us as another Category 5 soon after, 2 years ago. Most underserved communities throughout the U.S., including the U.S. territories that were impacted by natural disasters in 2017, are still in recovery mode in some instances, while preparing ourselves for natural disasters to come this year. In the U.S. Virgin Islands and Puerto Rico, communities are still scrambling to fix the damage to their homes, while also securing it for the hurricane season, which began June 1st. The reality is, while all communities like California, Texas, Florida, and our homes were impacted by natural disaster, underserved and rural communities suffered even more. The lack of appropriate health and healthcare infrastructure in these communities created more challenges in the recovery and rebuilding process. Disaster preparedness can only be effective, however, with adequate funding in place, not just for the aftermath of the disaster, but beforehand. In the 2017 disaster supplement, the White House requested $44 billion with offsets. The House approved $81 billion, and the Senate sent back a bill that was $86 billion, with significant support provisions in other areas. The bill also contained changes in the law to allow the rebuilding of critical infrastructure in a more resilient manner. Additionally, Medicaid funding, up to $142 million, was given to us, in addition to funds through September of this year, with 100% federal match of those funds, understanding that if we could not take care of the most needy in our community in healthcare, in health issues, as the American Cross does across the globe, that much would be lost. Only now we are starting to receive the funding after discussions with House and Senate appropriators, testimony given in front of relevant committees, Republican and Democrat colleagues offering amendments and bills that caused discussion on principal issues of importance to us. Then working with House leadership, with Senator Schumer as well as Senator McConnell. It was also important that almost 100 members of Congress came to our little islands of the Virgin Islands to see firsthand the destruction that hurricanes brought to the Virgin Islands. The funding received will help with recovery and rebuilding efforts, but funding does not include anywhere near the full amount of all the requests of the Virgin Islands. I know that Congresswoman Gonzalez-Colon can share my sentiments to the many federal funding hurdles that we still have to go through. I recently spoke with a colleague from Louisiana who told me that they were just receiving funding this fall for water treatment and development after Katrina, just this September. So this is work that we have to do, and we really rely on you to be on the front lines to offer those testimonies to be able to partner with us in the areas that government is not able to do. It's so important to have individuals, as Jennifer Gonzalez-Colon was going through the things that were done in Puerto Rico. We know that NGOs are the fail-safe, the gap that between the public and the private sector that really supports the most needy. And so I'm grateful for you all for all of that work, and hopeful that, God willing, we won't be needing any additional amounts for this year or the year after, but that we can work on solidifying that was there, and seeing the support and the stories that you get firsthand in communities to know where the real needs are. Know that my office is open and we're willing to listen. We need to hear from you all who are on the front lines as to what's working, what's not working, and how we can make a change. So thank you.